Good morning and thanks for joining us. It's Tuesday for Good Day Siouxland. I'm Morgan Mobley. City money originally earmarked for the purchase of 4 new police cruisers from a local auto dealership is now headed out of town. That's our top story. Sioux City Ford won the original $136,000 bid, but City Council rescinded the purchase after learning the dealership's bid was not complete. Instead, the Ford Police Interceptors will now be purchased from a Waukee, Iowa dealership.
There were some aftermarket items that were specified, light bars and push bumpers that were not included on the original bid.
When the bid isn't full and we need to go back to the drawing board, I think that we were able to go back and still be able to get these interceptors on the road within the year. I think that's going to be important. However, it's something we need to make sure that we remain diligent when looking over those orders.
In another police-related matter, Council approved a $6,000 grant awarded to the department. The money will be used to purchase body armor or bulletproof vests for new officers and defray the cost of replacement armor for officers already on duty. A disagreement over who should pay for expenses tied to the collapse of a local grain elevator has the South Sioux City Council filing a lawsuit. The city claims it ran up a more than $120,000 bill for overtime, vehicle use, and various purchases and leases while demolishing the Anderson Farms elevator. The decades-old facility exploded, partially collapsing and killing one person in May. The city says it invoiced Anderson Farms back in July, but has not yet received payment. The cause of the blast was never determined. It took 6 decades to get finished, but this week U.S. Highway 20 becomes a 4-lane highway across the state of Iowa. KCAU-9's Jacob Russo reports from Moville.
Moville, Iowa is a town of more than 1,600 people. With the Highway 20 expansion done, more vehicles are passing through town these days, and more homes and businesses are popping up.
Right now we have a 84 home development going on. We have Meredith Lane, which is going to end up being 5 duplexes and 1 triplex. We have new businesses on Frontage Road.
Those businesses are operating right off of Highway 20, providing easy access to travelers. That accessibility, plus the growing population, makes Moville appealing to small businesses.
As a small business owner, one of the things you're always looking at is your business overhead. And when you compare a town like Moville compared to a larger city such as Sioux City or bigger communities, the overhead to do business here is a lot more inexpensive.
The rise in the number of businesses and homes is having a positive impact on Moville's economy. Many believe that's a step in the right direction for even more expansion.
I think that it opens up opportunities within our town for businesses, and if that continues to grow and we have more opportunities for commerce, I think that affects us greatly.
While that expansion won't happen overnight, the new and improved Highway 20 has a lot of people excited about the future. In Moville, Jacob Russo, KCAU-9 News.
Now out to Florida, where the cleanup of Hurricane Michael continues this morning. President Trump got a first-hand look at the devastation on Monday. His visit to the hurricane zone comes as tens of thousands of businesses and homes are still waiting to get their power restored. People in hard-hit areas have been waiting in long lines just to get essentials like food and water. People from around the country are lending helping hands, including the American Red Cross, with more than 1,100 Red Cross disaster workers, including some from right here in Siouxland, on the ground to support relief efforts.
We've been doing this in Iowa since June 8th with flooding and tornadoes, and then sending folks off to help with Hurricane Florence. And so we've got folks heading out, but our long-time people, have already done a lot.
If you're looking to help with Hurricane Michael efforts but aren't sure where to start, you can donate from our website. All you need to do is click on the Red Cross logo that's on the home page. It'll take you directly to the donation page. You can donate by mail, phone, or on the website, SiouxlandProud.com. It's been over a year since Tanzania's Miracle Kids left Sioux City after they were brought here following a horrific bus crash in their home country. The kids were originally expected not to make it, but now they're not only alive, they're thriving. The 3 kids, Doreen, Sadia, and Wilson, have traveled back to Siouxland to thank the community that saved their lives. During their visit, they are also receiving medical checkups to see how they're recovering, and they'll be featured guests of STEM's annual fundraiser, A Night of Hope, next week. Gymnastics is taking a leap in the area and into a well-known local building. VIP Gymnastics Ninja and Cheer is a new gymnastics club in North Sioux City in the old Gateway building. They held their ribbon cutting yesterday, but over 300 kids have already enrolled in classes. Owners say it's been a lifelong dream to open a facility like this.
This has been a dream of mine since I was about 14 years old. I was involved in the sport growing up, and it was something that my family and I did together. My sisters were in gymnastics. My mom was coaching. So for me, like, this whole process has just been about bringing families together and getting them to come here and just enjoy time together.
The facility has 2 competitive spring floors and many other amenities for you and your budding athlete. New reports say the Saudi royal family is making plans to admit responsibility for the missing journalist. We'll have all the latest on this case coming up in about 4 minutes.
And a chilly start, but it is warming up. How nice is it going to get today? I have those details next.
Wake up, wake up. You're watching Good Day Siouxland with Morgan Mobley and meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky from KCAU-9 News. This is Good Day Siouxland.
Hello, folks. I'm Rosalie Michaels, and I'm here with former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Danny White, and we're talking about home safety. Thanks so much for coming in, Danny.
Thanks for inviting me.
So tell us, why are you so passionate about people protecting their homes?
Rosalie, most of the success that I had as the Dallas Cowboys quarterback came as a result of other people protecting me and the confidence that I had that they would protect me. Well, I think that applies to life as well. You know, everybody deserves protection, and what's more important than protecting your home and the people you love?
Absolutely. You know, our homes, our pets, our family, all very important. So I heard that you've been working to come up with an offer to help people protect their homes. Is that right?
That's right. Our mission is to ensure that everyone receives the protection that they need. So we've come up with an offer that's very affordable that I think all the folks at home will absolutely love. Listen to this. We're offering a brand new home security system free. $850 value, free of charge. And this is the new wireless system. It doesn't require any pre-wiring, doesn't require any unnecessary holes in your walls, so everyone watching today can take advantage of this limited time offer.
Wow, it's kind of hard to beat free. So tell us about monitoring.
Well, you get 24/7 monitoring for burglar, fire, and medical emergencies from ADT, the #1 home security company in America. And professional installation is only $99, and monitoring is about $1 a day. Trust me, there's no better investment you can make for the things that matter most.
And that is very affordable. But is there anything else you could give callers who want to take advantage of this offer?
As a matter of fact, the first 20 callers to order will receive a $100 Visa gift card plus 2 wireless keychain remotes free of charge. So call now and we'll help you protect your home.
To get this special offer, call 855-209-5746. That's 855-209-5746.
Eye drops. They seem harmless enough. But did one woman use them as the ultimate murder weapon? You won't believe your eyes. A true crime investigation, all new Oz.
Tuesday at 3 on KCAU-9.
Welcome back. Well, Austin, the sunshine continues, and a great day to get outside if you've been itching to get some fresh air.
And if you're busy today, if you're busy tomorrow, if you're busy the day after,
the next day is still going to be just as beautiful.
Exactly. You said it. You hit the nail right on the head. It's going to be a gorgeous week out there. Warmer today than what we saw yesterday. More of that gorgeous sunshine that we haven't really been seeing too much of recently. But the big key for today and this week, staying dry. We've had a lot of moisture recently. Not very good news for the farmers, especially that hard frost we saw yesterday morning. So hopefully we are going to be warming things up, and that is going to be staying dry. Great news for farmers out there. But normal temperatures usually get up to 64 degrees. We've been about 10 to even 20 degrees below that over the last few weeks. Finally starting to warm up today, but we did make it down to 30 degrees this morning, and that's still even a little bit below our normal. Now our wind speeds are pushing in from the south and southwest. That will switch to the northwest later on this afternoon, but it's already starting to bring in some warmer air off from the west, so that is some good news. Check out out. Yankton still in the 40s and 39 degrees in O'Neill. That warmer air is going to continue pushing into northwest Iowa, encompassing all of Siouxland by this afternoon. We're really going to see things heat up. Now, we're already a little bit warmer off in Sioux Falls, Yankton, and O'Neill, even just about 10 to 15 degrees warmer, but that's going to be encompassing the rest of Siouxland. We're expecting that orange and red to move into northwestern Iowa. We're expecting most of us to see these big temperature jumps by the afternoon. Again, we're expecting to be up into the low 60s and maybe upper 50s today. But for right now, starting off on the cooler side, 26 is what it feels like in Cherokee, 22 in Storm Lake. Still just 30 miles per hour in Sioux City because we're not really seeing those wind speeds around here. But our temperatures later on today, warming up mid to upper 50s, also breaching into the low 60s for Nebraska and South Dakota. Northwestern Iowa staying the same. Lots of warmer temperatures, 61 expected in Sioux City. Some low to mid 50s for the rest of us, but a gorgeous day out there today. And this is what we're going to be seeing for much of this next week. Morgan?
Thanks, Austin. Now to the new developments in the case of the missing Saudi journalist. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is headed to Saudi Arabia right now, and new reports say the Saudi royal family is considering a plan to admit responsibility. Our ABC correspondent Emily Rao has the latest from Washington.
This morning, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arriving in Saudi Arabia. President Trump sending his top diplomat to meet with the Saudi royal family about the disappearance of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi after the president himself called the king on Monday.
The king firmly denied any knowledge of it. He didn't really know. Maybe, I don't want to get into his mind, but it sounded to me like maybe these could have been rogue killers. Who knows?
That denial, despite Turkish officials claiming they have proof the Saudis interrogated, tortured, and then murdered Khashoggi, a Saudi citizen and former royal family insider turned critic who self-exiled to the U.S. A team of Saudi investigators now at the consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, where 14 days ago Khashoggi walked through the same doors to complete paperwork for his upcoming wedding and hasn't been seen since. And now the New York Times reporting the Saudis are considering a plan to blame Khashoggi's death on an overzealous government agent.
I heard that report, but nobody knows if it's an official report. So far, it's just the rumor of a report coming out.
That storyline potentially giving the royal family a way out of a growing diplomatic crisis. Some lawmakers want more action from President Trump, who's been criticized for his cozy relationship with the Saudi royal family. But the president repeatedly denouncing the idea of canceling a major arms deal with the Saudis, saying it would only hurt the United States. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
With the midterm elections just weeks away, Sioux City is gearing up to host the second Iowa gubernatorial debate of 2018. Incumbent Governor Kim Reynolds will take the stage with Democratic challenger Fred Hubbell. That'll be this Wednesday at Morningside College. Questions are set to begin at 7 p.m. The candidates squared off over Medicaid privatization during the first debate at Des Moines Area Community College. A third debate is scheduled for Sunday in Davenport. Woodbury County Republicans are hoping to clear up what they say is confusion for some of their voting base. Woodbury County legislative candidates meeting at the Western Iowa GOP headquarters in Sioux City addressing concerns about IPERS. That's the Iowa Public Employees Retirement System. Rick Bertrand, who's running for state senate, says false information has been circulating which suggests Republicans want to do away with IPERS. He believes it's a ploy from the opposition.
We looked at what are going to be our big issues that we're going to put on the table. And I can tell you, Senator Schneider, Senator Zahn, and others said, is this the time we should look at it sometime, maybe with news starts and others looking at this? I can tell you in the House and in the Senate, there was no appetite for it. It came up and it went away. So I think that's where a lot of this fear-mongering is coming when you hear this thing, Senate File 45. It never made it out of subcommittee. It was ran by a senator within Des Moines, and it's dead. It's going nowhere.
Bertrand is running against former County Supervisor Jackie Smith for the Iowa Senate District 6 seat in Des Moines. A week after deleting his Twitter and Instagram accounts, musical artist and fashion designer Kanye West is back on social media. The 21-time Grammy Award winner sharing a series of videos on Twitter he captioned, "Mind Control."
People trying to control us and say that we make us all monolithic thought, and they're trying to control our mind They're trying to control my mind. And when someone tries to tell me what to do, tries to tell me what I can wear and not wear, I feel like they're touching my brain.
This in response to critics that have questioned West's place in the African-American community for his ongoing dialogue with President Trump. Earlier this summer, West released a track entitled Yay versus the People, where he defended his support of the Make America Great Again movement, stating that, quote, actually wearing the hat will show people that we're equal, adding that he aims to bring care, love, and affection to President Trump's message. West is currently on location in Africa working on his upcoming album, Yandi. At Dancing with the Stars, you never know who's going home. Last night, a frontrunner said so long. Our ABC correspondent George Pinocchio has the story.
Tinashe and Brandon.
Singer Tinashe and her partner Brandon Armstrong were at or near the top of the judges' leaderboard every week this season. But they didn't get the viewer votes they needed to stay in the game, making their elimination somewhat shocking.
It sucks, but we had fun.
What did you get from this experience that made you glad you did it?
Honestly, it was just unlike any other experience that I've ever been through. To be able to first learn ballroom, then to compete on a show, it was really special. So it was fun. I had a good time.
This surprise elimination now has the other teams understanding anything is possible here.
Everyone in the ballroom was mind blown when Tinashe and Brandon went home. I mean, they have killed it every single week. And I just got to give a shout out to Brandon, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody come in on their first season as a pro and kill it the way he did.
It scares the crap out of me. Yeah.
It is. It's scary. I mean, like, at the end of the day, you're only as good as your last dance. And not even that. It's like you're only as good as your last package. It's the whole package, like, deal.
For this trio night at Dancing with the Stars, Milo Manheim, his partner Whitney Carson, and their guest dancer, former finalist Riker Lynch, earned the top judges spot with 29 out of 30 for their salsa. Grocery Store Joe and his team at the bottom of the judges' leaderboard with 15 points. It's the same place he's been every week.
My body could only move in so many angles and directions, so just doing the best I can. I don't even know what we're doing next week. I honestly thought I was going home tonight. So,
Dancing with the Stars returns next week with the always popular Disney night. In Los Angeles, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
Breakfast lovers, you better stay tuned. Howard has another new recipe for breakfast this morning. That's coming up in about 7 minutes. And we'll have more from Siouxland's most accurate weather forecast with Weather on the 9. Stay with us.
KCAU 9 News is brought to you in part by Unclaimed Freight Furniture.
Good idea. Wearing winter boots in winter. Bad idea. Wearing flip-flops in winter. And driving on your summer tires in winter is a little like that, too. So here's a great idea. Visit your neighborhood discount tire for confident traction when temperatures drop below 45 degrees. And right now, get a $50 rebate when you buy any set of winter tires with Discount Tire credit. Discount Tire, America's neighborhood tire store.
I'm a fifth-generation Iowan. This state is in my blood, and it defines who I am. I was blessed to play baseball in 7 different countries, but I'm home now, playing for Team Iowa, and I don't like what I see. After 16 years, I see a representative that does nothing to help us, who isn't showing up. But I am, because we deserve a representative that works as hard as we do. I'm ready to stand tall for all in Congress. I'm J.D. Schulten, and I approve this message.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, view 360 panoramic view videos. Negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars, all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com.
The Iowa Secretary of State's office wants you to be voter ready for the November 6th election. It's easy. Register to vote, bring your ID, or sign an oath of identity and cast your ballot. Register, prepare, vote. For more information, visit voterreadyiowa.org.
What would you do if a date asked you how much you weigh?
Ask him how much his mama weigh.
All new Family Feud. Weekday mornings at 11 on KCAU 9.
Good day, Siouxland, and welcome back. Some high pressure moving in this morning. We have over 30 inches right now. That is some good news. 30 degrees outside, however, so it's a cool start this morning, but we really are going to warm things up a little bit later on. We have some lower humidity out there right now, but temperatures just 30 degrees in Sioux City. Northwestern Iowa seeing some mid to low 30s right now, but a little bit warmer as we do travel into South Dakota and Nebraska. 41 in Yankton, just 39 degrees in Sioux Falls, and 38 in O'Neill. So there is still some warmth out there. That's going to continue pushing off through northwestern Iowa as we do heat up a little bit later on today. Just 3 degrees warmer in Sioux City right now than it was yesterday at this time. But also notice the warmth out to our west. 16 degrees warmer in O'Neill, 12 in Yankton and Sioux Falls. So that warmth is heading our way, and it's going to be sticking here for much of the next week. Upper 50s to low 60s, and we're going to reach the 60s today. Tomorrow cooling down just a little bit. We have a high at 54 degrees, but that's actually the coolest temperature we have in our forecast. So that is some good news because 54 degrees is still pretty nice. Now for the bus stop this morning, it's going to be about 39 out there by 7 o'clock in the morning. Heating up quite a bit throughout the afternoon. 58 by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine throughout. It's going to be gorgeous. You might need a jacket this morning, but you're not going to be using it after class lets out because, again, 58, maybe even reaching those lower 60s. It's going to be very nice out there. Satellite radar not showing any activity at all. This is some more good news. We do have a few clouds in our northwest or northeast, but that is not going to affect most of Siouxland. Plenty of sunshine expected today, and most of the Midwest now seeing some clear skies. So we might see a few clouds today, a few more than what we saw yesterday. We didn't even see a single cloud yesterday, but still an overall great day to be outside, and that's going to continue for much of this next week. Morgan?
Thanks, Austin. New fallout this morning following a viral video that shows a black man being blocked from entering his own apartment. ABC's Lindsay Davis has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look.
Please move, ma'am.
I can. Okay. Do you live here?
Answer that question, excuse me.
The woman in this now viral video has now been fired from her job after trying to block an African-American man from returning to his apartment in this luxury building.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
D'Arion Toll says he was returning from work Friday night to his loft apartment in downtown St. Louis when Hillary Mueller tried to prevent him from entering the building. She gets in the elevator with him.
I want to know who you're going to see.
And follows him to his apartment.
You just follow me all the way to my door.
As the plane.
And you see my keys in the door. It made me feel really uncomfortable, made me feel less of a human. And I feel like I was being judged.
And we'll have more with the man who shot this video coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Managing my type 2 diabetes wasn't my top priority until I held her. I found my Traceba reason. Now I'm doing more to lower my A1C. Once daily Traceba controls blood sugar for 24 hours for powerful A1C reduction. Traceba is a long-acting insulin used to control high blood sugar in adults with diabetes. Don't use Traceba to treat diabetic ketoacidosis during episodes of low blood sugar or if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Don't share needles or insulin pens. Don't reuse needles. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause dizziness, sweating, confusion, and headache. Check your blood sugar. Low blood sugar can be serious and may be life-threatening. Injection site reactions may occur. Tell your prescriber about all medicines you take and all your medical conditions. Taking TZDs with insulins like Traceba may cause serious side effects like heart failure. Your insulin dose shouldn't be changed without asking your prescriber. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing, fast heartbeat, extreme drowsiness, swelling of your face, tongue, or throat, dizziness, or confusion. I found my Traceba reason. Find yours. Ask your healthcare provider about Traceba.
I am joined by Angie from Stony Brook Suites. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, you are brand new to the facility. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm a lifetime resident of Siouxland, so I've been in the area. I have a passion for providing good care to Siouxland residents and an extensive background in healthcare and long-term care.
Fantastic. Sounds like they're very lucky to have you. Now, you guys just finished a remodel. It looks amazing. Tell us about it.
Our remodel is truly amazing. We have a new physical therapy room on site. We have our theater, which is just absolutely astounding. We have a new addition of some one-bedroom suites that have the most modern amenities that you can imagine. and it's a beautiful coffee shop that is so warm and inviting when you come in the front door.
Yes, I wouldn't mind living there. It looks great. Now, what makes Stony Brook different from other assisted living?
The difference is that our assisted living is what we focus on, and that's our passion, and that's what we do, and we do it great. Our people are our passion.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks so much for coming in, Angie.
Thank you for having me.
It. If this is something you are in need of, check out Stony Brook Suites and that new remodel right there in Dakota Junior.
It's hot out of the oven and hot off the press.
Howard has a collection of recipes you won't want to miss in today's Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
One of the best parts of this time of year is that our markets and farm stands are bursting with freshly picked apples. I'm talking about apples that are so good, they snap when you bite into them. And since they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, I figured I'd share a recipe with you from our new diabetic-friendly cookbook. It's called Guilt-Free Comfort Favorites, and it's packed with flavorful recipes that'll make you feel good without feeling guilty. To make this apple lover's coffee cake, all we need to do is make a basic batter by combining some flour, a sugar blend, baking powder, cinnamon, margarine, a couple of eggs, and some milk. To that, we stir in a couple of apples that we've cut up. Then into a cake pan it goes. We finish this with a buttery pecan topping and bake it off. Once you taste it, you're gonna be hooked. And don't be surprised if your family and neighbors start lining up outside your kitchen. In fact, you'll wanna have plenty of apples on hand so you can make it again and again. To get this easy recipe, simply visit our website and look for Guilt-Free Apple Lovers Coffee Cake, or pick up a copy of our cookbook, which is approved by the American Diabetes Association. You know, this recipe is good whether you're on a sugar-sensitive diet or not. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an Applicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
6 decades in the making, Highway 20 is officially a 4-lane highway. We'll take you to the long-awaited improvements coming up in about 6 minutes.
And it's cold out there right now, but we are going to be warming up. Just how warm is it going to get? I have your terrific Tuesday forecast next.
Like KCAU-9 on Facebook today.
Hey, Siouxland, Fleet Farm has everything you need no matter what season it is. Hurry in for hot deals like Stay-Bill Storage Fuel Stabilizer, 40% off, just $2.99. Superior quality hardwood fuel pellets, 45% off, only $2.49. Nutrena Horse Feed, $5 off per bag. And KT Woodlands Bird Food, 50% off, just $3.49. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Aloma Vapor Superstore, Siouxland's choice for vaping supplies. A staff of experts to help you get the device that's right for you, with over 350 flavors and the latest and best products for the new or experienced vapor. Aloma Vapor Superstores.
From an early age, Matt didn't like hugs. He didn't understand why a simple wave or hello wasn't good enough. But one day, his world changed. People are amazing. We're here to help keep them that way. Unity Point Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Rick Bertrand, proven results for Sioux City. Rick Bertrand led the way and passed the largest income tax cut in Iowa's history, saving Iowa families money. Rick Bertrand, labeled by former Governor Branstad as the guy who finished Highway 20. His past efforts in the legislature to protect our seniors have been lauded by the AARP. Bertrand will continue to fight for Northwest Iowa and the creation of high-quality jobs.
Hi, I'm Rick Bertrand, positive, focused, and committed to our Sioux City. Humbly asking for your vote this November 6th.
When you buy one of these Milwaukee M18 Fuel HD toolkits at Baumgart's this week, on sale with $20 off, you'll also get an M18 High Output HD 12 amp hour battery free. When you want the best diet for your pet, Get the one vets feed their pets, Science Diet. This week, large bags of Advanced Fitness, small bites, and large breed are $4 off.
What you need when you need it at Bumgar's.
This morning on GMA, on the morning of the most anticipated premiere of the television season, John Goodman and Sarah Gilbert are here live. So, what will they reveal about the Connors' big first show? Don't miss Good Morning America this morning.
Now, with Siouxland's most accurate forecast, meteorologist Austin Kopnitsky.
Good day, Siouxland, and welcome back. We're looking ahead at a fantastic day ahead of us today. Portneuf Welding Company Skycam already showing some clear conditions. The ground is dry, and that's going to be likely the case for much of this next week. Now, temperatures on the cooler side, however, 30 degrees to start the day. Winds shifting to the south at 3 miles per hour, but also some low humidity, just at about 82%. That's going to help us out quite a bit this afternoon. Also, a lot of high pressure. That is what we want to see. But now today, again, we did make it down to about 30 degrees so far. We usually get down to about 38, but I want to take note at our normal high, 64 degrees. We've been well below that, as we all know, the last few weeks, even the last few months. We've been about 10 to 20 degrees below that average. But after a chilly start this morning, we could see very near normal temperatures this afternoon. 30 in Sioux City. We do have 34 in Storm Lake, 36 in Carroll, but a lot warmer as you do head into Yankton at 41, 38 degrees in O'Neill right now. But big 24-hour temperature change, especially where we're seeing those upper 30s and 40s right now. That heat is going to be moving through the rest of Siouxland by later today. I am expecting this map to be flooded with a lot of orange and even some red, as we're going to be about 10 to even 20 degrees warmer than yesterday. But our wind speeds generally coming from the south or southwest. That's going to shift to the northwest a little bit later on today, but whenever that sun comes out, we're going to have a nice southwesterly breeze for a while, and that's going to really heat things up before the sun does end up going down tonight. But whenever you do factor in that wind this morning, it does make a little bit of a chilly start to today. 24 is what it feels like in Storm Lake. Our wind chill in Esterville also 24 degrees. So it is a chilly start out there, but we are going to be warming right back up. 60s expected today, 54 for tomorrow, but then we stay in the upper 50s and low 60s for much of the rest of the week. Now, low relative humidity means that dry air warms up a little bit faster than that humid air, so that is some good news. We're not even seeing any cloud coverage right now, and in the entire Midwest, not really seeing much activity at all either, so that is some great news. We might have a few of these clouds sprinkle into Siouxland later, but plenty of sunshine is going to continue taking over. Our stormcast shows that sunshine, and that is not going to be leaving us for the next few days at least. Today, a high of 60 degrees. It's going to be pretty nice out there, very nice in fact, mostly sunny skies. By the time we reach tomorrow, 33 degrees, mostly clear skies and chilly northwesterly breeze at just 5 miles per hour. By the time we reach tomorrow, a little bit cooler, but still very nice. Plenty of sunshine out there. That northwesterly breeze sticking around, but the 7-day forecast is very, very nice. It's pretty much later on what we're seeing today, copied and pasted for the next 7 days or so, give or take a few degrees, upper 50s, low 60s, and plenty of sunshine this week ahead. Morgan?
Thanks, Austin. City money originally earmarked for the purchase of 4 new police cruisers from a local auto dealership is now headed out of town. That's our top story. Sioux City Ford won the original $136,000 bid, but City Council rescinded the purchase after learning the dealership's bid was not complete. Instead, the Ford Police Interceptors will now be purchased from a Waukee, Iowa dealership.
There were some aftermarket items that were specified, light bars and push bumpers that were not included on the original bid.
When the bid isn't full and we need to go back to the drawing board, I think that we were able to go back and still be able to get these interceptors on the road within the year. I think that's going to be important. However, it's something we need to make sure that we remain diligent when looking over those orders.
In another police-related matter, council approved a $6,000 grant awarded to the department. The money will be used to purchase body armor or bulletproof vests for new officers and defray the cost of replacement armor for officers already on duty. It took 6 decades to get finished, but this week U.S. Highway 20 becomes a 4-lane highway across the state of Iowa. KCAU-9's Jacob Russo reports from Moville.
Moville, Iowa is a town of more than 1,600 people. With the Highway 20 expansion done, more vehicles are passing through town these days, and more homes and businesses are popping up.
Right now we have 84
home development going on. We have Meredith Lane, which is going to end up being 5 duplexes and 1 triplex. We have new businesses on Frontage Road.
Those businesses are operating right off of Highway 20, providing easy access to travelers. That accessibility, plus the growing population, makes Moville appealing to small businesses.
As a small business owner, one of the things you're always looking at is your business overhead. And when you compare a town like Moville compared to a larger city such as Sioux City or bigger communities, the overhead to do business here is a lot more inexpensive.
The rise in the number of businesses and homes is having a positive impact on Moville's economy. Many believe that's a step in the right direction for even more expansion.
I think that it opens up opportunities within our town for businesses, and if that continues to grow and we have more opportunities for commerce, I think that affects us greatly.
While that expansion won't happen overnight, the new and improved Highway 20 has a lot of people excited about the future. In Moville, Jacob Russo, KCAU-9 News.
It's been a year since the miracle kids who survived a tragic bus accident were brought all the way from Tanzania to right here in Sioux City. An update on their miraculous recoveries and their trip back here. That's still to come. Plus, this Friday is the final sports zone of the regular season. See which game is our Woodhouse Game of the Week when we come back.
Download the KCAU-9 weather app today.
USA Today ranks Iowa one of the best-run states in America with low unemployment and responsible budgets. But Fred Hubble will throw all of that away with higher taxes and job-killing regulations. We can't afford that risk. Wages in Iowa are growing faster than almost any other state. Our budget is balanced with historic investment in education and job training. Iowa is moving in the right direction, and we're just getting started.
I used to book my hotel room on those travel sites, but there was always a catch. Like somehow you'd wind up getting less. But now I book at Hilton.com and I get all these great perks. I got to select my room from the floor plan. Very nice. I know, I'm good at picking stuff. Free Wi-Fi, laptop by the pool is a bold choice, and the price match guarantee. How do you know all this? You like some magical Hilton fairy? It's just here on the Hilton app. Just available to the public, so. Book at Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee. If you find a lower rate, we match it and give you 25% off that stay.
With 30 different career pathways to explore, the Sioux City Career Academy offers a new approach to high school. A program of the Sioux City Community School District, the Career Academy is open to all high school students from Sioux City and the surrounding school districts. Students in the Career Academy are able to pursue their passions and gain real-world experiences, all while earning college credit. Visit SiouxCitySchools.org to explore your pathway to the future.
Life isn't lived in the number of years, days, or hours, but in the moments. We believe in embracing these times and helping the people we serve to do the same. At Regency Square, we're here for you. Whether you need award-winning nursing care, state-of-the-art rehabilitation, outpatient therapy, or choose to stay with us for a while. Take a moment and experience the difference. Call for a tour today.
Shop the Jeep Adventure Days event going on now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Sioux City. Drive away in a 2018 Jeep Renegade and take over $5,000 off MSRP. Or discover the drivability of the 2018 Jeep Cherokee and take $8,000 off MSRP. Don't miss this opportunity to experience the versatility and outstanding performance of the Jeep brand. This is Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Baumgars has mobile Delvac oil for all diesel engines, from pickup trucks to big rigs. It's on sale this week with up to $70 in rebates. Mobile Delvac for long engine life. Purina Kit and Caboodle original and indoor formulas provide 100% complete and balanced nutrition for indoor and outdoor cats. And now they're just $9.69.
What you need when you need it at Baumgars.
Good Good day, Siouxland, and welcome back. It's going to be a great one out there. A chilly start right now, just 30 degrees, a southerly breeze of 3 miles per hour, but some low humidity. That dew point at just 25 degrees. That's going to help us out a lot today. Dry air heats up a lot faster than whenever you have moisture in the atmosphere, and we are seeing some dry air this morning, so a lot of these 30s are not going to be sticking around too long, especially once that sun finally does rise. It's going to be a gorgeous day out there, but again, a chilly start, just 30 in Sioux City, 32 right on the freezing mark in Storm Lake. Cherokee also on that 32-degree mark, but now we are warming up a lot out to our west and northwest. 12 in Sioux Falls and Yankton, 15 degrees warmer in O'Neill than yesterday at this time. That heat's going to push through the rest of Siouxland later today. I'm expecting a lot of orange and red on this map this afternoon with plenty of warmer temperatures expected, but we are going to be warming back up for much of this next week. 54 degrees expected on Wednesday, jumping up to 64 Thursday, and we're going to get stuck in those upper 50s, low 60s, plenty of sunshine. It's going to be gorgeous out there. Now your school day forecast, plenty of sunshine. Now at 7 o'clock in the morning, you might need a jacket out there. It's going to be a cold start to today, but then by the end of the day, right as you're heading home on that bus, you won't need that jacket anymore. 58 degrees by 3 o'clock this afternoon, plenty of sunshine throughout. Overall, it's going to be a great day, and much of our next week looks like this. Plenty of 50s and 60s and sunshine. Morgan?
Thanks, Austin. As we head into the final week of the high school football regular season, there's still plenty of teams fighting for a playoff spot. Sports anchor Jesse Kroll announces our last Woodhouse game of the week.
Thanks, Morgan, and good morning. As Alex Walker once said, time moves slowly but passes quickly. Whether you've realized it or not, the regular season for high school football is coming to a close. This Friday marks our final sport zone of the regular season. So who is our Woodhouse game of the week? The two teams for our game of the week is BRLD taking on Oakland Craig. Both these C2 teams have tore up in the class this season. The visiting Wolverines sit 4th in the rankings with a 7-1 record, with the Knights number 3 with an 8-0 record. More importantly, both teams are undefeated in the district, so this contest will have some big playoff implications. We'll have team previews for both squads coming up later in the week, so keep out an eye for them. Well, last December, Husker fans never envisioned that Nebraska would be winless, have the worst defense in the conference, and the second lowest scoring team in the Big Ten. Even though there's plenty of frustration around the program, the Huskers are moving in the right direction. It looked as though Nebraska had a pretty good chance of earning their first win on Saturday. The Huskers led by 1 heading into the half and scored 2 consecutive touchdowns to go up 14 in the 4th. Northwestern would battle back and scored the game-tying touchdown with 12 seconds left. And then the Wildcats earned the win after a 37-yard field goal in overtime. This loss added to the snowball effect of failure on the field, but off it, the energy is high for the Huskers.
For the last 3 weeks, sometimes I wish people could see inside the walls and see how good the culture is right now and how much it's turned and how much better it is and how much the guys are banding together. The one concern I have, as great as it was today, it was our best practice ever. The one concern I have is I don't want the guys to get used to losing and be okay with it. And I know the vast majority of our team isn't, but I don't want them to get comfortable with it either. So that's the one concern I have, but that's far outweighed by how the guys came back to work today with an attitude and a smile on their face and went to work.
Scott Frost and the Huskers host Minnesota this weekend. Well, there was plenty of success from the Huskers' Big Ten counterpart over the weekend. Quarterback Nate Stanley threw for 320 yards and 6 touchdowns, and that was good enough for him to share the Offensive Player of the Week honors for the Big Ten. He was named the Walter Camp Player of the Week and the College Football Performance Awards National Player of the Week as well. So you're asking yourself, with an offensive output like that, who did he share the award with? Well, Northwestern wideout Flynn Nagel chalked up 12 catches for 220 yards and 2 scores, so pretty good output by him as well. Stanley and the Hawkeyes host Maryland for homecoming this Saturday. The other half of the Cy-Hawk rivalry had a huge offensive game as well this weekend, resulting in a couple of conference awards. Quarterback Brock Purdy was named the Big 12 Newcomer of the Week, throwing for 254 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also chalked up 39 rushing yards. The freshman also earned the Davey O'Brien Great 8 Award, along with the Manning Award Star of the Week honors. Cyclones defensive end Jaquan Bailey earned part of the Conference Defensive Player of the Week award. The junior chalked up 3 tackles, including 2 sacks. Purdy, Bailey, and the rest of the Clones host Texas Tech for homecoming in 2 weeks. More conference awards were handed out yesterday. Northern Iowa's Eli Dunn was honored as the Missouri Valley Offensive Player of the Week. The senior threw for 257 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Panthers' 42-28 win against number 24 South Dakota. Dunn leads the conference in completion percentage and touchdown passes in conference games this season. Dunn and the Panthers look to build some more momentum when they host South Dakota State for homecoming this Saturday. Well, coming back to Siouxland, Morningside had a couple of seniors take home some GPAC honors. Wide receiver Connor Niles tallied 288 yards and 4 touchdowns on 11 catches in Saturday's win against Doane. The former Heelan standout is the NAI's leader in receiving yards, total scoring, touchdowns per game, all-purpose yards, and all-purpose yards per game. So you can say he's having a pretty good year. Place kicker Jared Omnenson won the Special Teams Player of the Week award. The Sioux City East alum went 2 for 2 on field goals and connected on all 9 extra point attempts. Niles, Omnenson, and the rest of the herd traveled to 3rd-ranked Northwestern this Saturday. Well, talking about that game right now, the latest poll came out yesterday. Morningside sitting at the top right there. Northwestern didn't have a bye. They're still sitting at number 3. And the other GPAC team, even close to the top 25, was Midland, and they just received votes. That's it for sports. Have an amazing rest of your morning.
Thanks, Jesse. After the break, we'll have 11 minutes of commercial-free news with a recap of your top stories.
And, of course, that final look at your forecasts next.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, new developments in the disappearance of that missing Washington Post columnist. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arriving in Saudi Arabia this morning to meet with the king. President Trump suggesting rogue killers might be to blame. Now reports that the columnist could have been killed in an interrogation gone wrong. I have the very latest there, and it's all coming up on GMA.
The devastation is enormous and the need great.
KCAU-9 and the American Red Cross have partnered to help those affected by Hurricane Michael.
Just go to SiouxlandProud.com and click on the Donate to the American Red Cross tab.
And help those who need it most.
I know that a skilled workforce boosts our economy. As a county supervisor, I work to bring new jobs to our region, like the $1.7 billion expansion of CF Industries. I'll make education Iowa's #1 priority by expanding job training and investing in schools. Rick Bertrand can't be trusted to put students first. Bertrand voted against raising teacher pay and against freezing college tuition. I'm Jackie Smith. Join me for stronger schools and better jobs.
Ladies, are you ready to feel the thunder? Australia's hottest male review is here. Thunder from Down Under. Ohia Casino and Resort invites you to feast your eyes on these Aussie hunks. Saturday, October 27th. Advance tickets are just $30. Available at the Players Club or call the casino. Don't miss Thunder from Down Under. Live at Ohia Casino. Ohia Casino. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Hi. Hi. You're picking up your SUV, right? Yes. Well, we not only fixed the dents, but we added a few things. Built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and a 7-inch diagonal touchscreen. We also painted it. Whoa, this isn't our car. It's a Chevy. Right, this is the Chevy Equinox. All those features come standard.
It's pretty much everything mine's not.
What more could you want?
Get 16% below MSRP on all 2019 Chevy Equinox LT models when you finance with GM Financial. That's over $4,800 on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with 11% off everything. Repel water-resistant laminate flooring is designed to withstand the toughest household conditions. Only $204 a square foot after sale price and 11% off. Put clutter in its place with Dakota slat wall panels. Pick up a white 4x8 slat wall panel for just $26.69 after sale price and 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I've been a CPA for 48 years.
I know the job.
I know what it takes.
And I've never seen a candidate more qualified to be state auditor than Rob Sand.
As Iowa's top financial crimes investigator,
Rob saved taxpayers millions.
Uncovered a major lottery rigging scheme.
Helped clean up the film tax credit scandal.
The auditor's office audits.
And leads public corruption investigations.
That's what Rob Sand is known for.
I trust Rob Sand.
Rob Sand for state auditor.
Eye drops. They seem harmless enough. But did one woman use them as the ultimate murder weapon? You won't believe your eyes. A true crime investigation. All New Oz.
Tuesday at 3 on KCAU 9.
Good day, Siouxland, and welcome back. We're expecting plenty of sunshine today, maybe a few more clouds than what we saw yesterday. The sun will be strong throughout. By the time we reach tomorrow, more sunshine. And then moving ahead to Thursday, it looks like we have a little bit more sunshine moving into our area. This is going to be the case for the rest of the week, and that goes in through the weekend even. We just have a gorgeous outlook to our forecast, starting with today. Plenty of sunshine, a few clouds in the sky, but 60 degrees is going to be our high. A lot warmer than what we saw yesterday, about 15 degrees warmer. In fact, northwesterly breeze of about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, we are going to be cooling down under some clear skies out there, 33 degrees. So it is going to be on the chilly side, but then we warm right back up tomorrow. Not as warm as what we saw today, but still 54 degrees with sunshine. That is pretty comfortable in my opinion. And take a look at the 7-day forecast. Very comfortable conditions, also very seasonable. We've been below average for the last few weeks and even a few months, but now warming right back up to where we should be with plenty of sunshine throughout. Morgan?
Thanks, Austin. City money originally earmarked for the purchase of 4 new police cruisers from a local auto dealership is now headed out of town. That's our top story. Sioux City Ford won the original $136,000 bid, but City Council rescinded the purchase after learning the dealership's bid was not yet complete. Instead, the Ford Police Interceptors will now be purchased from a Waukee, Iowa dealership.
There were some aftermarket items that were specified, light bars and push bumpers that were not included on the original bid.
When the bid isn't full and we need to go back to the drawing board, I think that we were able to go back and still be able to get these interceptors on the road within the year. I think that's going to be important. However, it's something we need to make sure that we remain diligent when looking over those orders.
In another police-related matter, council approved a $6,000 grant awarded to the department. The money will be used to purchase body armor or bulletproof vests for new officers and defray the cost of replacement armor for officers already on duty. A disagreement over who should pay for expenses tied to the collapse of a local grain elevator has the South Sioux City Council filing a lawsuit. The city claims it ran up a more than $120,000 bill for overtime, vehicle use, and various purchases and leases while demolishing the Anderson Farms elevator. The decades-old facility exploded, partially collapsing and killing one person in May. The city says it invoiced Anderson Farms back in July, but has not received payment. The cause of the blast was never determined. It took 6 decades to get finished, but this week U.S. Highway 20 becomes a 4-lane highway across the state of Iowa. KCAU 9's Jacob Russo reports from Moville.
Moville, Iowa is a town of more than 1,600 people. With the Highway 20 expansion done, more vehicles are passing through town these days, and more homes and businesses are popping up.
Right now we have a 84 home development going on. We have Meredith Lane, which is going to end up being 5 duplexes and 1 triplex. We have new businesses on Frontage Road.
Those businesses are operating right off of Highway 20, providing easy access to travelers. That accessibility, plus the growing population, makes Moville appealing to small businesses.
As a small business owner, one of the things you're always looking at is your business overhead. And when you compare a town like Moville compared to a larger city such as Sioux City or bigger communities, the overhead to do business here is a lot more inexpensive.
The rise in the number of businesses and homes is having a positive impact on Moville's economy. Many believe that's a step in the right direction for even more expansion.
I think that it opens up opportunities within our town for businesses, and if that continues to grow and we have more opportunities for commerce, I think that affects us greatly.
While that expansion won't happen overnight, the new and improved Highway 20 has a lot of people excited about the future. In Moville, Jacob Russo, KCAU 9 News.
Now out to Florida, where the cleanup of Hurricane Michael continues this morning. President Trump got a first-hand look at the devastation Monday. His visit to the hurricane zone comes as tens of thousands of businesses and homes are still waiting to get their power restored. People in hard-hit areas have been waiting in long lines just to get essentials like food and water. People from around the country are lending helping hands, including the American Red Cross, with more than 1,100 Red Cross disaster workers, including some from right here in Siouxland, on the ground to support relief efforts.
We've been doing this in Iowa since June 8th with flooding and tornadoes, and then sending folks off to help with Hurricane Florence. And so we've got folks heading out, but our long-time people, you know, have already done a lot.
If you're looking to help with Hurricane Michael efforts, but you aren't sure where to start, you can donate from our website. All you need to do is click on the Red Cross logo on our homepage. It'll take you directly to the donation page. You can donate by mail, phone, or on the website, siouxlandproud.com. With the midterm elections just weeks away, Sioux City is gearing up to host the second Iowa gubernatorial debate of 2018. Incumbent Governor Kim Reynolds will take the stage with Democratic challenger Fred Hubbell. That'll be this Wednesday at Morningside College. Questions are set to begin at 7 p.m. The candidates squared off over Medicaid privatization during the first debate at Des Moines Area Community College. A third debate is scheduled for Sunday in Davenport. And as the election nears, one 92-year-old woman is making sure people know it's time to make your voice heard. Mary Brown is writing letters through the Need to Impeach organization. She's sending them to Iowans who might not always vote in midterm elections. She says her goal is to get others to see that their vote counts.
Election is determined by who gets the most votes, and so your vote has to count. If you don't vote, you don't have a right to complain.
So far, Brown has handwritten over 700 notes. She hopes to mail out over 1,000 by the end of the month. Something terribly tragic that happened half a world away has been turned into something positive for 3 young survivors. And it's something that some pretty special Siouxlanders are thankful for, and a community who wouldn't let these miracle kids down. KCAU-9's Rebecca Pryor has the story.
Sioux City is a long way from the tragedy that almost took their lives more than a year ago. Today, Sadia, Doreen, and Wilson are happy, healthy kids on a visit to the place they consider a second home.
Coming back to Sioux City, we are so happy because it was our dream to come back to Sioux City, and to thank all people who helped us, all doctors and all nurses and all of the people prayed for us.
The trio was critically injured in a school bus crash in Tanzania that killed 36 others, most of them children. The 3 were rescued by Sioux City missionaries and brought to Mercy Medical Center in Sioux City. That's where they earned the nickname Miracle Kids.
I almost am giddy when I see these kids walk into a studio or walk into church and think about what they were really like in May of 17 when all 3 of them were barely surviving.
Dr. Steve Meyer was one of those rescuers, able to watch the kids go from barely surviving to thriving. For Kevin Nygaard, it's nothing short of amazing.
From where they were and where they would have been if they hadn't come to Sioux City, to see them today living active lives is really exciting.
Now, a very different story continues as the children make their return to Siouxland, one of excitement, appreciation, and good health.
To have fun again, because last time we came here was really sick, we did not have fun enough. So now we're having fun. Sioux City, it's a fun place to be. It's like a part of our home.
Reporting in Sioux City, Rebecca Pryor, KCAU-9 News.
Gymnastics is taking a leap in the area and into a well-known local building. VIP Gymnastics, Ninja, and Cheer is a new gymnastics club in North Sioux City. That's in the old Gateway building. They held their ribbon cutting yesterday, but over 300 kids have already enrolled in classes. Owners say it's been a lifelong dream to open a facility like this.
Dream of mine since I was about 14 years old. I was involved in the sport growing up, and it was something that my family and I did together. My sisters were in gymnastics. My mom was coaching. So for me, like, this whole process has just been about bringing families together and getting them to come here and just enjoy time together.
The facility has 2 competitive spring floors and many other amenities for you and your budding athlete. And a final reminder, you can take KCAU-9 News with you wherever you go. All you have to do is download our free news and weather apps available for your Apple and Android devices. And they will like what they see when they open that up today, Austin.
I was about to say, this is some forecast gold that we're throwing your way right now.
Literally, sunshine, sunshine, sunshine.
That's what it looks like, starting with today, 60 degrees. That sunshine we saw yesterday will be continuing. We do have a few clouds rolling in, but a really nice day. Tonight, staying on the clear side, 33 degrees for the low. By the time we reach tomorrow, 54. How about that?
Thanks so much, Austin. Thanks to all of you at home for joining us this morning. Have a wonderful day.